Hi, I'm Ollie Gray and welcome to this presentation. So what I'm going to do is basically explain what Auvoria Prime is, what it offers, how it all works and the pricing. And then I'll also show you my own live results so you can see exactly how all my accounts have performed since I've started with Auvoria Prime. And then I'll quickly explain a bit about compound interest and also cover how you can get up and running with a broker. So before I get started, just because it's in the financial industry, I have to quickly read a risk disclosure, which I'll do here. Trading or using Forex analytics tools and softwares to assist you in trading carries a high level of risk. Only trade with capital you can afford to lose. The information contained in this presentation is for informational purposes only. One should evaluate their own risk tolerance and personal financial situation before trading. If ever in doubt, please consult your own personal licensed financial advisor, as all trade opportunity alerts are delivered to all participants uniformly without regard to the individual's trade objectives, financial condition, or suitability. Unless a user has made customized alert options privately on their own account to further analyze their own manual trade opportunities. These opportunities are at the full discretion of the user. Auvoria Prime LLC does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade. Okay. So just before I get started, I'll just quickly introduce myself and give you a background so you know who's talking to you. So my name's Ollie Gray, I'm 35, I live in the UK, I've got 2 small children, and for the last 6 years, I've built up an event bar business. I've actually got some old VW camper vans that turn into cocktail bars, and we do like events and weddings and stuff all over the country. And at the start of last year, I just got started in this. I had a friend doing it and I was just dabbling in it, just learning the ropes. And then obviously COVID kicked in and my whole events calendar for the year, my business was cancelled, all my weddings and festivals. So, it was obviously a pretty scary time, but I just got started doing this and I was enjoying it. And pretty quickly I started to make money. And then it actually turned into an absolute lifeline for me because I started doing it full time and managed to replace my income fairly quickly. And now I've built a profitable trading portfolio with multiple accounts, which I'll show you, which have all just been growing nicely over time. And I've also built a business around sharing these products with others that I'm using myself. So that's my story. I'm not like a trader of years and years of experience trading. I'd never even heard of Forex when I started this at the start of last year. I didn't have any investments. So I was a complete newbie, and in just over a year, really, year and a half, I've managed to completely transform my life. And now, I'm not going back to my bar business. That lifestyle doesn't suit me anymore. It was great when I was young and single, but now I've got 2 small children. I don't want to be working away from home, doing back-to-back festivals all summer. Doing this, I can do it from home, spend a few hours a day, schedule it around my lifestyle, and it's just given me complete freedom, financial and geographical. So yeah, that's my story. That's who I am. And so what Auvoria Prime is, they are a marketplace for these different EAs. And in an EA, I'll tell you what an EA is first. So an EA is basically a programmed strategy. So successful traders in financial markets, most successful traders in the financial markets will execute a strict strategy, and they'll have their own strategy, and that's what they do. They just execute it. And you can obviously program a strategy. You can have it coded and turn it into like a program, and that's essentially what an EA is. It has parameters. They'll have the trades executing a certain strategy, and it'll have its own sort of parameters. And then there's obviously lots of different features that different EAs have. There's, they can have self-learning algorithms, and they work on different indicators, and they have different risk management features, and there's a million different things they can do with them. There's obviously loads out there. Majority of them probably aren't very good, but what Auvoria Prime does, they look for the best ones out there. And if they find a brilliant EA or developer submits their EA, Auvoria Prime will look at it. And if they think it's good enough, they'll put it into a 4 to 6 month base test group of hundreds of the best traders in the company that will stress test it. And then if it passes the base test group, it will get added to their platform, their marketplace, their EA marketplace. So they look for the best ones, then they test them rigorously, and then the best ones make it on there. And then we as customers can then use those, choose anything on the marketplace to use on our own broker accounts. So they're a marketplace for these EAs to be hosted on that we as members of Auvoria Prime can use on our own broker account. And now the developers of the product come with it as well. So the actual developers of each different EA on the marketplace, they do live weekly coaching calls on their own EA. So the reason for that is, every EA on there, they have settings, like a panel of settings, and you can customize the way that they trade with the settings. So you can make them a bit more aggressive or a bit more conservative, or maybe play with the strategy of how it works a little bit. And that's just because, everyone has different risk tolerances, everyone has different goals. If you're trading on a £1 million account, for example, or €1 million account, you're probably going to want a much lower risk than somebody trading with £250. It's better to make like sort of 2 or 3% of a couple of £100,000. If you had a couple of £100,000, you'd probably be aiming for like a couple of percent a month. If you had like £500 or £1,000, you're probably aiming for around 10% a month. Obviously a slightly higher risk. So that's why you can customize them with the settings, and you actually learn what the different settings do and how to use them and how to safely use them and keep the risk low from the actual developers. So Auvoria Prime, they offer the best EAs out there. They're always looking for the best ones, and then they also provide the best training on how to use them from the actual developers. So that's the EA side, the automated side. Auvoria Prime also now do live trade rooms. So for anybody that wants to manually trade, they have a whole live trade room platform where you can go in and trade with the pros on the call, learn directly from the pros, the educators, and copy their trades as well. Of course, it's in real time. And there's also an alert software called Arrow, which is designed it helps. It gives you alerts, sends you alert opportunities for manual traders. So you can have the automated trading accounts with the EAs, or you can do the live trade rooms. What most people do is both. They'll have an automated account running, and they'll also be doing some manual trading on a separate account. And what's important to know is that you have your own broker account. So your broker account is separate to Auvoria Prime. Auvoria Prime, you just pay a small monthly subscription, which I'll go over the pricing and the pricing and the different options, membership options in a minute. But you pay your monthly subscription to use anything on their platform, or to use the live trade rooms. But you open your own broker account, which is a bit like a bank account, separately, any brokerage you want. So when you go live, any money that you deposit in your own broker account, and then that you trade with, is always 100% in your control. You can withdraw whatever you want at any time. And if Auvoria Prime went down tomorrow, your money is with your broker account, not with Auvoria Prime. You don't invest in Auvoria Prime. They don't access your money like that. So I'll quickly go over my results and show you what I've been doing with, let me just share my screen. Let's see. There we go. So these are sort of results that I've been getting. So I've got 3 accounts now that I started 10 months ago with one of the EAs. This account has been with Gearbox all the time. So that's back in October I started this account. Doing just under 8% a month at the moment. I actually hit a stop loss last week for the first time in 10 months, but it's just a risk management feature, massive move, and it cut me out, but I'm making it back pretty quickly. So yeah, over 100% gains in under a year, in 10 months, which is pretty amazing if you consider that you probably get maybe 10% a month on a property investment. And you see some of the other stats down here. So it's got a high win rate, 80% win rate. You can see there all the trades it's taken. Hasn't taken many trades. This particular EA, which is running this account, very, very hands off. I spend about 2 minutes on the weekend just resetting it for the upcoming week, and it's all about quality over quantity. I've got another account with Gearbox on, which is pretty similar to that. So like different strategy, different settings. It's done 75% in the same time scale, slightly lower monthly return, but it's very similar. Just a lower risk. So it's taking a while to load. I always just like to show my FX books because it's it's transparent. You know, I can't alter the MyFX book. It's a third-party company, so I just attach my broker account to it, and it's fully transparent. It shows all the trades, and I share my links for these as well, so you can actually go in and look at every trade that I've taken. And you know, especially if you want to do that, and if you know about trading, you want to dig in, I share my MyFX book, so you can always message me as well, and I'll send you them over if you haven't got them in your email. So that's another one. And then the third account, this account has had a different EA on for the first 6 months called Variable, a bit more aggressive. And again, it's over 100%, 115% this one, with a slightly higher monthly return. And you say this one's taken 1,200 trades, so the other one had taken like 160. So completely different strategy. It performs well in different market conditions to Gearbox. So when Gearbox is going well performs well in volatile market conditions. Variable, this one does really well in ranging market conditions when it's not volatile. So they're my 3 accounts. I always just like to show those because somebody is talking to you about a product or a company. It's good to actually, you know, if they show you their results, right? There's no point just taking someone's word for it or seeing a screenshot of someone's results that they've made in a day. You always want to see the full account history, and that's what MyFX book does. And I'm going to quickly just show you the power of compound interest, because you might be thinking, oh, 8% a month isn't that much money. But these are long-term accounts. You can obviously make a lot. You do short-term. If you have short-term goals, then maybe the manual trading is better for you short-term. But the automated accounts, like with the EAs on, it's good to have long-term goals. So say you took £1,000 to start with, you're making 8% a month. You know, in a year, you would have made, you know, 1,500 profit. You'd have more than doubled your money, which is an amazing investment. Obviously, if that was 100K, you'd have made 150K. So, you know, but if you don't have 100K to start with, 1,000, it's about growing over time. But if you make it over a longer period of time, say 5 years, you see how just £1,000 over 5 years with a small monthly return of 8% can turn to like 100K. And obviously, this is an example, it's a calculator. You're not always going to make exactly 8% every month. Some months you might not make anything, other months you might make 15%, but an average of around 8%. I'm just showing that because that's what my average is, you know, on my accounts over 10 months. So it's possible because that's what I'm getting. And then if you were to like maybe make contributions to this account, maybe put in 250 quid a month, you know, just to speed it along, suddenly 1,000, you know, 1,000 starting actually £250 a month over 5 years can go from 100,000, you know, to 4 times that. So it makes a massive difference, you know, making a monthly contribution. And that's actually what I'm doing. I'm going to start at making contributions to my trading accounts from the commissions. You know, I'm making commissions from sharing these products. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making commissions from sharing products with others, which is another income, you know, another income stream. And I'm using those to actually live off. And I'm also topping up my trading accounts to speed up the compound interest effect. And obviously, you know, you can play around with this. You know, it's you can look at the link there, Tackle Trader. You know, you can have a play. It's good fun. It's obviously just a calculator, but you know, say you have a 5K budget to start with, and over a 5-year plan, you know, it's hundreds of thousands. And it's just good. It's good fun to play with. And so I actually saw that compound interest. You know, I've heard the phrase compound interest, but I never actually understood it until I saw it, and it gets into it down the line. If you, you know, you could double it, and you know, see what it can turn into, say over 10 years. So over 10 years, you know, that'd be a pretty happy retirement plan. If you could turn 5K into 83 million. Obviously, this is a calculated example, but it really shows you the power of compound interest when you start to get down the line a few years in. You know, so that's a pretty powerful tool to have a play with to see, and that's just a small monthly return of 8%. Okay, so now you've seen what's possible with EAs, and what sort of results are possible, and what I've been getting for nearly the last year on multiple accounts. You've also seen the power of compound interest and seen what, you know, between a 6 and a 10% sort of average monthly return can do to an account over over a period of time. So now I'm just going to go over sort of the pricing and the access passes. So Auvoria Prime have these different access passes available: bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. And that basically means how many of the EAs or the trade rooms you can use at one time. So most people might start with 1 or 2, but over time you can build out a portfolio and have multiple broker accounts. You can have with your brokerage, you can have 2, 3, 4, different broker accounts that are funded, and then you could be running a different EA on each different account, or you could be running an EA on maybe 3 of the accounts, and you could be doing manual trading on, say, the 4th. And that basically enables you to build a portfolio, a diverse portfolio with different EAs running on different accounts. That means different strategies. That means you're lowering risk over time. If one isn't performing too well, the others make up for it. And also different EAs, different accounts perform, or they're better in different market conditions. So you're always capitalizing. If you've got an account set up for volatile market conditions, and you've got an account set up with an EA on which is designed for ranging market conditions, then you're going to capitalize on both of those market conditions. And you're never sure exactly what's going to happen. So, and there's no such thing as a perfect one EA that's perfect for every market condition, but there is an EA which is very perfect for each market condition. So being able to have a portfolio with different EAs, different strategies is obviously great to do long term. And you don't have to do that to start with, but you can. It's nice to know that you can build out a whole diverse portfolio all within your Auvoria Prime marketplace. You don't have to go anywhere else, basically. And how that works, you've got the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, and then the pricing for each one. They're $99 for an EA, and then so if you have a bronze access pass, it's 99. For silver, it's 198. If you have a gold, it's 297. If you have an all access pass, the platinum access pass, you can have a fully diversified account, then it would be $396 a month. So you don't have to start there, of course. Most people have bronze or silver to start with, and then over time they might upgrade to a gold and add another account on, maybe take profits from one of the accounts or a couple of accounts and use those profits to maybe start a new account. And you can build over time. And there's also a VPS charge. I believe this is changing this week, actually. So as I'm making this video, it's $20, but I believe it's changing next month. It might be going up to 30 because there's a whole Auvoria Prime social platform that's being launched, and that's going to include the price for that. And then there's a one-time $80 joining fee first month. So at the moment, to get started, it'd be your $99 plus your $20 plus your $80, so $199 to get started on a bronze access pass. And then you can actually start using it on a demo broker account. So you don't have to start trading on a demo broker, on a real account until you're comfortable. And then, let me stop sharing here. And then it's a monthly subscription. That $80 is just the join fee, is just the one time. And then it's just the monthly subscription, which is $99 a month for access. So you can stop that at any time. That's $99 per EA. So you can stop that at any time, of course. There's no contract or anything. And then if you cancel your account, then you just lose, you don't have access to your EAs or anything, but your funds are still in your broker account, which is separate. Now, there's also a referral program. So if you referred 3 people to the company, you were getting good results and you're happy with the company and you liked it, and you had some friends that could also benefit from it. If you introduce them to the company with your referral link, then you wouldn't have to pay the monthly subscription. You get, it's a bonus for customers for introducing other people to the company, whereas you don't have to do that. You can pay the monthly subscription if you want, or you can introduce some friends and then get a free account, and then you get access to the whole platform for free, which is pretty amazing. And then there's also an affiliate program, which is obviously what I'm doing, which is separate, which is completely optional. I won't go into that now because that's a different thing. That's a business, but that is available. And yeah, it's definitely worked out very well for me. I'm using the products, getting great results with the products, sharing them with friends, build another income stream from sharing them with friends. And and other people. And now I'm actually doing the paid marketing, which is brilliant, just really scaling up. So that's there. I won't go into that though. You can always have a chat about that if that was something you're interested in. They're completely optional. And then lastly, the broker account. I've got some information below this video about the broker account. I can't advise on a broker or recommend a broker because I'm not a financial advisor, and a brokerage is a financial service. So you always have to do your own research and your own due diligence on a broker. I have shared the link to the broker that I use below, but it's not a recommendation. It's just the one that I use and a lot of the community use, but it's important to do your own research on that. And then when you're opening a broker account, you can open a demo broker account or a live, so most people start with a demo, which is like monopoly money. So they can trade even in trade rooms risk-free, or they can trade, have the EAs trading on their account for them risk-free. You can't actually lose anything, but it's a good way to get a feel for it and to feel comfortable. So that's it. Carry on going through the rest of the guide below. If you have any questions anytime, just email me or send me a message on Facebook, DM me, and we can arrange a one-on-one call and I can answer some questions. And yeah, hopefully I will, and book a call if you decide to go ahead and get your access pass and get started. Feel free to book a one-on-one setup call with me and I'll get you up and running. Normally takes under an hour, less than an hour. I can explain about some of the different EAs on the platform to see which one will suit you best, and then I can get you up and running in under an hour. And like I said, on a demo account, it's probably advised to start on first, and then get a feel for it, and then go live whenever you're ready. There's actually no rush at all. Okay, have a great rest of the day, and hopefully speak to you soon. Cheers.